but my name is Sheila. I go by Coach by Sheila on TikTok. And I basically teach women how to be the best version of themselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. We talk a lot about that feminine energy. And that's the best way I can categorize it. But as a woman of God, I do believe there's a way for us to be feminine, to embrace our beauty, to embrace our God-given gifts, to go about having healthy relationships, not just romantic, but, business relationships, friendships, just having the world work for you. As a woman, we are used to the world working against us. But being a woman of God and being a woman of substance, then you understand how to, I almost want to say use what you got to get what you want, but that's not what I mean. But you learn how to make things work for you. You learn how to really tap into the woman that you are, tap into the queen within, and set a standard for everything in your life. So, yeah. We're not taking any L's. Like, I wanted to dress up. Oh, I needed my hair done. You know what I mean? Like, that was really a lot of times, not all the times, but like a good portion of the time, I'm upset because I'm doing too much and I need to scale back and, pour into myself. So now I have like this internal little, I don't know, this little thing that goes off that says, okay, Sheila, you need some time to yourself, or you need to make sure that you're keeping up with you. So yeah, people want to talk about keep up with the Kardashians. No, keep up with yourself.
Hey, y'all heard that? Write that down. Keep up with yourself. Don't keep up with the Kardashians.
I'm keeping up with all these other people. Got it.
All right, y'all. So in your own words, define femininity.
I think it's the essence of a woman. I think that, and that could be categorized by, your behavior, the way you carry yourself, your feelings, and your gifts and abilities. So, because you could be a woman and then you could be feminine. So a lot of us are women in our bodies with our body types, genetically, right, biologically, but we're not exuding femininity. We're not being the essence of a woman. We're not using what makes us different. And so I think that would be what I would say the essence of a woman, the woman's touch.
This amazing content that we are pushing. All right, so our next question is, before you made your transition, would you describe yourself as living in a masculine mindset, or you just hadn't discovered your feminine mindset yet?
Ooh, that's good. Good questions. Okay, girl. I think that's a good question. That's good.
Wealthy, welcome in. Haley.
I think that, I think I was leaning more masculine just because I was doing too much when I didn't have to do all that. I was just trying to take charge in all the wrong ways.
Right.
I was trying to take the lead in a lot of areas and I didn't need to do that. So the best leader is somebody that can follow. So gracefully, I'm like, I know I can do this, but also I don't have to, and I'm not going to insert myself in spaces or try to be extra to prove a point. Because again, none of those things actually helped me. Mm-hmm. All that stuff I was doing, again, ran me down to the ground. What was I doing that for? Why? So yeah, I think I was a little bit masculine. We're not taking any L's. I'm a big advocate of doing what you love, because why not? There's going to be hardships in anything, but I'd rather take the hardships that come with the choices that I make than the hardships that come with things that I feel like are being forced upon me. It doesn't work like that. You don't need to. What's for you is for you, and you don't have to sit here and bargain and negotiate and be flashy about what God has for you. So that's where I was at. I was like, I was so deep in that thinking that I thought that was cute. You know what I mean? But again, they say you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It never worked for me. I was always left curled up, in a ball somewhere crying. Come on, why me, Lord? So yeah, that's where I was at with that.
Yeah, so I hope you see that
part. you're a different person. So detoxing from all those things that you used to do, from those people that you used to hang around, for the way from the ways that you used to have, even things ways that you used to fill your time that are not healthy. So you definitely want to do a detox and redirect. I would also say again that wardrobe. When you want to be feminine, get back into your little girl mode. What makes you happy? How do you want to dress? And then I would say get around other women. I said that before. You need a little community. You need your girlfriends. You need your community. You need, at least if you don't know. Right. Those work. I have a few of those.
Okay, here's a more deeper question. What or how did your prayers change when you changed?
Ooh. Um, I stopped praying for God to do stuff for me like he was a genie in a bottle. Like, God, can you just, and if you just, and I'll be right if you just, it was like I was playing in his face, like just wanted to talk to him because I wanted something. But when I really got deeper in my relationship with God, I just talked to him because of who he is, because I can't be without him. It's a relationship, because he's always on my mind, because I just need a confidant, a friend, just to check in. So I do find myself sometimes asking for things, but it's less asking for things and more asking for direction, because the things will come. I'm a firm believer in what God has placed inside you is what you'll have. So I'm just like, okay, God, how are we doing this? How are we getting there? What do I need to do? How do I need to move? And always thanking him and praising him, just for who he is, and just making sure I'm grateful when things are happening. I'm just always like, I literally will say, oh my gosh, Dad, I'm so grateful. You're always taking care of me. Thank you so much. Like, so yeah, that's how it's definitely changed from before, where I just like feel more of an intimacy with God versus.
Question I wanted to know, do you journal? Like, is that part of your feminine ways or part of your feminine routine? Do any type
All
of
the
journal?
time. From my feelings to business ideas, um, to just talking to God, um, to just checking in with myself. Say, hey girl, it's been about a couple of days since we. It's very therapeutic. Like, and I don't know, aesthetically, I don't talk about this a lot, but aesthetically, it makes me feel smart. I go journal in the park. I don't know. I just add to my self care. I just look mysterious or something. I don't know. But yeah, I love journaling. It's really great. And looking back and seeing my progress, I think that's the biggest part. You always got to look back and see, it's the journey of your life. You're watching your life unfold. So it's like, okay, last week, this happened, and this week I'm here, and the next week I'll be here. So love it. Absolutely love it.
And that worked in my favor too, because I kept journaling about my 10K. I was like, God, whenever you want it to happen, but I know it's gonna happen this year. I know it's coming. So I just kept that in front of my mind every month, even if I didn't reach it yet. I still wrote it down as one of my goals, and lo and behold, he made it happen.
Yeah, that check on me. That song had just came out, y'all. What is it? People, I've been drinking more alcohol for the
Oh
past.
yeah,
I said, did you check for me? Did you look for me? Literally, and that was the biggest confirmation that I disappeared off the face of the earth. Nobody knew if I was alive or dead or what was going on, and nobody checked. So that made it right there. That right there made it easier. That was for me. It was like, oh, okay, So that it shows me you don't care. So what? Because I would never will my friend disappear, and I'm not checking on her. Like
right.
that. Even I can know everybody's individual, but follow women who will challenge you, who will help you, who will pray for you, women that inspire you. That's what you need to do. Change up your content. Change up what you're seeing, hearing, and receiving in your spirit.
Alrighty, y'all. Hope you got that down. She's dropping some gems. Okay, so what do you feel about femininity when it comes to abstinence?
Everything. You, it's everything. You cannot say that you are this feminine woman and you're giving everybody access to your body. I would really argue that those things don't coincide. Because again, to be a feminine woman is to understand your value. And so when you understand your value, you do not devalue yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes because we're not perfect. But that just means that you understand that like your worth, you cannot again, you cannot apologize for not associating with people because they don't fit your brand. Put it in those terms. You know, I like to do my little analogies and my metaphors. Okay? If they don't fit the brand, then there's no point in working with them because you already know what's going to happen. You've already been there before. We already knew what happened when we laid down. No. So the ultimate, this is a gift for yourself, but also a gift for him. You know, he's worked hard for you, for your love, for your affection. He's treated you well. And when you get married, then you bail. He served 7 first, and then he had to serve 7 more, and he was willing to do it, and he did it. So again, it's an amazing feeling to have a man that in love with you, to where the time to him is not something he's not counting down a clock. You know, there is a value, there's hope, there's something he's waiting for. And again, with God, he makes us wait for things. So if God makes us wait for things, why aren't we not making the man wait for things? We're having the man wait for a God appointed and God ordained time. And that God appointed and God ordained time is your marriage. So, right? So you're waiting until you receive the promises of God, right? Because that marriage is a promise, right? So that's your marriage promise. So you're waiting until you receive that promise, and then you'll reap the blessings of waiting. Again, God is going to bless us in our waiting. It's not our impatience where it shows God's love for us, where it can show how God has moved on our behalf. It is not our impatience to where we get the gifts. It is in our patience. It is in our faithfulness. It is in the fact that we trust in him that we receive the ultimate gifts, right?
Yeah. Right? She is giving us some goodness for everybody that's joining in. Hey, Miss Hill, welcome in, welcome in. We are talking femininity, how to tap into that femininity. So make sure you follow her, check out her content. She also goes live and talks about amazing topics that deal with femininity, but also things that deal with God as well. So if you need that encouragement, definitely check out her page. All right, we're going on to the next question, y'all. So